Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Game Vine. My name is Dave, and guess what we are talking about today? Dice Masters. Now, today's set is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Heroes in the Half Shell set. Now this is the second Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set to come on the scene. This has a little more cartoonier feel to the cover art. I do have a review for the first set. And there will be some comparison throughout the videos on some of the duplicate characters that come into play, but we'll get to that soon. And this isn't going to be a video for you to learn how to play Dice Masters. We have a tutorial on the channel for you to check that out. We're just going to assess this set as kind of a expansion, see what the dice look like and what the cards do, and see if this set holds up to what I liked about the first set. If you've seen the last video, you know that I like the Turtles. I've read the comics, some of them. I want to do more. I've watched the cartoons, the new and the old one, and the live action movies. I've seen all of those and some of the Michael Bay ones. But the last set, I like that it was self-contained, just like this one here. It comes with a box and a tray and 3 dice for each hero. You know what you are getting when it comes to this. I like the collectability of Dice Masters. I like the chase sometimes, but sometimes I want to know what I'm getting. And if there's a specific thing that I want, I want to go out and buy the set, which is a nice fresh breath of air when it comes to Dice Masters. They are trying different things, and I love that. So with that being said, this should be a good set. Like I said, there will be duplicates. So we're going to kind of compare it to the last set a little bit, but mainly we're going to be reviewing this set in itself. So let's get to that right now and check out the dice and find out what the cards do. Let's go. Alright, so since this comes with a box like this, I'm going to show off the dice in the actual containment. So just like the collector box, it has the top rack, so it keeps the dice down, and it has the 4 compartments, 2 for the cards over here, I think 1 for the bags over here. They come with 4 different bags with the hero colors of each of the turtles, the basic action psychic dice for 4 players, and then you have, of course, the dice. Now, I'm not going to go over these too much because I want to compare the ones from the last set, but they have some interesting ones here. I like all the shades. They came with a decent rainbow. You have Who Dey right here. Who Dey think they're going to beat them Bengals? Everyone who plays the Bengals. It's sad. But this one kind of looks like a psychic dice, but it isn't. I like what they picked here. But so those are the dice and what they look like. A pretty good selection, and that is the box layout. I love it. It also comes with little player mats and the rule book. So you get everything that you need. Now let's go over the basic action cards and the heroes and villains as well. Let's go. Alright, so I'm just going to go over the basic action cards that I like and show off the other ones briefly. This one here, Unstable Canister, deal 2 damage to a target character dice or player. Deal extra damage to the dice equal to the level of the highest turtle in the field zone. So it could be 3, potentially. Momentum, I like this one here. Roll any number of your dice from your prep area and place them in the reserve pool. Also, before selecting which dice you roll, draw a dice and place it in your prep area. So I love drawing dice, and that is another one that comes into the World of Dice Masters, the basic action. That's 1, just like pizza in the last set. Ingenious Tactics, prevent all combat damage to each of your attacking character this dice. So just you can take out everyone, or your opponent's going to have to let them go through. Really cool. I like Haymaker quite a bit. A target character gets +3 attack and Overcrest this turn, and has a global. Target character gets +1 attack. So you can really buff somebody up and throw a Haymaker. Alright, so those are the 4 that I like. You have other ones here. This is the only glimpse of Bebop and Rocksteady that you're going to get in this set, and the Krang. But they went with different kind of art, the 3D and the cartoon. I don't think the comic book shows up in this one. Alright, so let's go over the characters now. Alright, so as you can see, we have, this is from the first set. It went more comic book art with the same red color mask, and this is more cartoon from the current set. They basically just flip-flop the colors, and on this set they have just a silhouette of the turtles, and in the first set they had their weapon. I like these dice more, the current one, because it adds, these are cool that they're green and it makes sense, but these dice right here, they are, I don't know, they're just crisp and vibrant. Now the stats even change, so everything about these turtles, even though they show up again, they are changing. So that's Leonardo. His ability here, each one of these turtles has something different, and the other two cards of this the same turtle, they do the same thing as their other teammates, but they're going to work together. While Leonardo is active, when a turtle character is KO'd, deal 1 damage to target opponent. Alright, so the next one we have here is Raphael. The first set here, and their respective dice. I like the scythe on this one. I love Raphael. But again, he has a scythe in this one, which is pretty cool. His different ability. While Raphael's active, turtle character dice you control cannot be targeted by opposing action dice or global abilities. So, pretty cool. So we have Mikey. He's coming into the set again, and I love the orange color of his dice. Just so cool, and I prefer this one over the past set, or big time. So while Mikey is active, whenever villain character is dice is KO target, turtle character KO dice KO that villain character dice if it goes to the use pile instead of the prep area. So basically, it's taking the villain, putting it in the use pile instead of the prep area. I like his dice. Then we have Donnie. He's coming into play again, and his dice. I love the purple one over this one here. It's just a stick, but that one's much better. So, like every turtle in the set, and I'm showing this one off, each one does 2 damage respectively to a different energy, but when Donatello attacks, you may pay 1 bolt to deal 2 damage to a target character opponent. And I'm showing that off again. Leonardo has a punch, and he does basically the same thing. And each turtle also has turtle power. While Raphael is active, other turtle character dice cost 1 less to purchase. And every one of the turtles have 2 damage and a turtle power, and each one has a specific new kind of power. So that is pretty cool, but those are the repeating turtle characters. The other repeating characters here are April O'Neil. This is from the old cartoon, that's from the new one. Her respective dice is just a camera, and this one here is just the silhouette of the new cartoon. She is, again, an ally, but she has turtle power. She is a bit stronger, I think, in this one, and a little better, and she's more adorable in this one. It's ridiculous. All right, so then we have Casey Jones. He's coming back into play. He basically looks the same in each one. They just went gray in the new set and black in the old set. Again, different stats slightly. Not really, actually. He stays the same, basically the same. When Casey Jones KO's a sidekick character dice, gain 1 life, so he can get you life. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to go into the 2 villains that show up again. The Foot Clan. This is the new set, yeah. The new set here. So the Foot Clan shows back up. This is the old set. I like their dice right there. And the new set's basically the same thing. And they both have Swarm, and they are allies in this one instead of being allies in the past set. I don't know how good that is, but Swarm is fantastic, and that's why I always put it on display. Alright, so and then we have the new Shredder, that's the cartoon, and the old Shredder, definitely the comic right there. And they did the same thing as the Turtles. They just flip-flop the colors. And he does differ a little bit. I think the dice are the same, but the stats are definitely different. When fielded, move all your Foot Ninja dice and up to 2 sidekick dice from your use pile to the field zone at level 1. That's just ridiculous. He's calling out everyone. That's a really cool card, and those are the repeating characters. So now let's go over the new characters that come in this set. Alright, so we have Triceraton, just a blank one. He's a 5/5 at a 4 cost. I don't know if I'd get him, but Overcrush is always appealing to me, so I would probably buy this one. He's a recognizable villain, but Tiger Claw, I think she's in the new cartoon, and I didn't know much about her. That was the dice that I was saying who they to. When fielded, KO target level 1 or level 2 character dice. She's a 7/3, and I mean, she's a cool little villain. I know of Slash. I think he was in some kind of comic or cartoon back in the day, but he is also appearing again in the new cartoon. He's pretty powerful. When Slash is blocked, deal damage equal to his attack to a target opponent character dice that is not blocking him. So he basically has vengeance on people. Leatherhead is again another villain coming from the newest cartoon. When fielded, name a turtle. That character cannot block this turn. He's the 5/7, only one to field, so he can be pretty good. These villains are, they are a tall order. But again, they're drawing a lot from the 3D cartoon. This girl here, Renette, while Renette is active, you may reroll one dice one extra time. So that could help you out, I guess. Kiara, while she is active, all your psychic dice get +1 attack and defense, which, again, there are a lot of cards out there. You can make a really good psychic deck. While she is active, psychics cannot attack, so she's either or, and that basically is thematic. And then we have Hamato Yoshi, Splinter's teacher. Splinter is not in the set. He is doubled in the other set, which I wish they would have taken one and put Splinter in this set. But this is a great substitute because who did Splinter learn from? Character dice blocked by Yoshi deal their attack to themselves. So he's basically using their energy and redirecting it. Very thematic, pretty cool, pretty expensive, but a 3/9, that could be pretty useful. And the last character here, he is a turtle. He's affiliated with him anyway. Metalhead, Metalhead gets +1 attack and defense for each active non-Metalhead turtle character, and he's a 5/6. So those are all the characters, not all the cards, but again, I leave a little bit to be desired and a bit of mystery, so you can go out and find out the rest for yourself. But that is everything in a nutshell. So let's give this game a grade and tell you what I think, and if it's better than the first set, or if it's the same, or if it's worse, or what other options are there if it's slightly both. Alright, well, let's get to the grade. So that was the second TMNT set, and as I always do, I'm going to be grading this, and I'm going to give it a 94%. Now, I like this set quite a bit. I love that it's self-contained, and I can just get everything and know what I'm getting, and it bumps up a Dice Masters game from being a 2-player game into being a 4-player game, which more the merrier. I love the community, and I want to build it, and that's another way to do so. But let's go over the things that I don't like about it. If it was the only turtle set on the scene, it might have got a 95, but it isn't, and it duplicates at least like 7 or maybe 8 characters from the prior set. Now, which set should you get? It really depends on what you want. If you want Splinter and you want Bebop and Rocksteady, if you like those characters, you're going to have to stick with the first set, which is more comic booky or the cartoon. But if you want a kind of more revised and focused game and a more relevant Turtles game, because this has some of the characters from the new 3D set, which might be good for kids. If your child's a Turtles fan, he's probably watching the current cartoon, and he's going to have some relevance, and he's going to be, oh, I know that character in that fashion. But it still has some of the old cartoons from like art from my day, which is what I watched. So they mixed that in, and I like that they're doing that because they're trying to reach all types of demographics of Turtles fans. The only thing they don't have in here is live action film, but I don't think that works. Stick with the 3D and the cartoon, which I don't mind the mixture. Sometimes it's a bit off-putting. So, but it's thrown in there to try to bridge the gap. Which set would I personally like? Again, it would be the first one. I wish that Hiroshima Yoshi, I always get his name wrong, Splinter's master, he was either in the other set and they took a Splinter and put it in this set, because you had 2 Splinters. But this set here is a bit cleaner. It's kind of revised. Like I said, the Turtles are... I like the dice in this set a little more, like I said before. I like how they reverse it. The green dice are neat, but when they flip-flopped it, I think that was a nice, clean decision. Again, everything about the second set is clean. Some of the new enemies that they bring in, I've seen, but I don't know too much about, which is why I gravitate towards the first one a little more. But this is a great set, nonetheless. If you are trying to get into Dice Masters, either this one or the old set, if you like the Turtles, it's a perfect starter set because it has everything in it, and there aren't that many abilities. They bring stuff in like Overcrush and Swarm, but if you have a rule book, which it comes with, you can learn those, and as you play this one, it will help you learn the vast array of abilities that Dice Masters has put out at this point. I also like these sets, same with the team pack, that are self-contained as gifts, because if you have a person in your family or a friend that likes Dice Masters, instead of getting a whole bunch of Gravity feed packs, you can just get one of these sets and give it to them, and they'd be pretty happy because they would get everything that they want there. So this is a huge recommendation for me for beginning players and the pro Dice Master player out there as well. I can't recommend this enough. So thank you so much for watching today's video. That's basically what I think about the second set to the World of Dice Masters. And if you are a new viewer and you dig what you see today, well, click like and subscribe. That helps us grow. If you are a continued viewer, you are the lifeblood and you keep us chugging along. Also want to send out a huge thank you to WizKids out there. They provided us with this review copy, so shiny and new. And this just helps us get the review out ASAP, which is super exciting for me, and I hope is the same for the fans out there. So until the next time that I see ya, I've been Dave, and have a great rest of your day and a great time with all the TMNT Dice Masters that you play. You see it here on GameFind. I'm out, everybody. I'm not going to sing. Bye.